All right, media, thank you for joining. We'll hear from GM and head coach Derek Fisher, Christy Tolliver, Erica Wheeler, and Bria Holmes this evening. We'll start with David Yapkowitz with the next.
Hey, Coach. You guys had probably the best shooting game you've had this season, especially from three. Just what kind of things did you see tonight that you really think you can take away moving forward, with both Shanae and NECA out? Just what kind of things there, what positives did you see that, you think you'll be able to carry over?
Yeah, I think the biggest positive from, a very unfortunate situation with, two players in Shanae and NECA being out. And, we're still honestly reeling from the loss of Jasmine Walker as well. The reality that, Maria Diva won't be here until later in the season. So, and so I think what has happened is as we've lost bodies and teammates and players, what I saw tonight that I'm hoping can carry over is a look in everybody's eye that like they know they're going to play and they know they have to do their job in order for us to have a chance to win. And I think that pressure and that accountability that I can't be the weak link tonight because I know I'm going to be out there at important times and in key situations and moments. It just seemed like everybody was locked in differently, in my opinion. So, the players can speak for themselves in that regard, but I'm hoping that mentality can carry over, even if we don't shoot the basketball as well as we did, just like the intent and the assertiveness and the confidence from certain players, like it was just there because they knew that they were going to be out there for a while, and that was good to see.
Brady Clapper, SB Nation.
Eric, it seemed like a lot tonight without a post presence like NECA or Shanae in there. You were going with a lot of those high pick and pops with Amanda, and it seemed like you were kind of getting anything you wanted with your guards being able to just beat their defender one-on-one and not having anyone wait in the paint for you. Can you just speak to the job that your perimeter players did in breaking down their defenders?
Yeah, Indiana obviously was a much bigger team than us across the front line. And, we knew we had to try to the best of our ability to spread them out and, try and pull McCowan away from the basket as much as possible. Lavender as well, Lauren Cox, Breland is an active long player. So trying to spread them out. And, I think our guards have, had some opportunities to get into the lane, but it's been more crowded at times. And I think tonight, just due to the personnel that we had and, the fact that we need to play that way more right now, I think there were more gaps to drive into. And that looked fun for perimeter players, seeing that the paint is just wide open. And I thought they did a fantastic job of being assertive. And, I think at times even, players driving to draw defense to kick out to teammates for good open shots as well. Like that was something that I thought improved a little bit for us tonight. So, it's something we'll have to continue to take a look at. Every team isn't as big, as Indiana is. And, other teams will have the ability to create some different problems for us on their defensive end. So we can't just rely on only playing one way for now, but, we're definitely going to have to lean into, try and give it more opportunities for our guards to make plays. And it's really good to see Christy Tolliver get more opportunities to make plays tonight offensively.
Go to Doug Feinberg with the Associated Press.
Hey, Derek, good to see you, man.
Thanks,
I
Doug.
apologize if you already were asked this. I've been jumping between Zooms right now, or all going at once. Just the defense tonight, another strong effort by you guys. Obviously shorthanded, but just a great effort all around defensively. I asked you the other day in Chicago how big the defense was for you guys to sort of have everyone on the same page. So I'll ask the same sort of thing. How big was it to get such a strong defensive effort tonight?
Yeah, no, it's been, really, impressive, by our group. Like they really haven't let up on that end of the floor, even while we're still figuring out, how to play well together offensively, how to get, teammates involved and, what's going to be the right way for us to play. And then now that we're, shorthanded, I think it's kind of clarified some things about the best way for us to play with this particular, group of players for now. So the defensive effort, like we talked about before, we were going to have to rely on that early, often, and probably for the entire season in order to really be successful as a team. We have the ability to score at times like we did tonight, but, we can't rely on outscoring people and, just playing good offense. Like we have to be a team that's disruptive, that creates turnovers, and we did a better job of converting on some of those opportunities tonight. And, hopefully we can build on that as we move forward.
Go to Pavi with H&B Media.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, Hannah?
Staying on the topic of defense, can you just speak to what Brittany Sykes has brought to you all so far this season defensively? And I know you always use the term play to exhaustion. Do you think that not starting her has allowed her to just go out there and just focus on just playing as hard as she possibly can when she's on the court?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great perspective there. Pav, I think that her effort defensively, it's been phenomenal. Like she's intent on being, a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, and she wants to win that award. And she's made that very clear. She wants to be a first-team All-Defensive Player, and even if she's coming off the bench like she has been the last 3 or 4 ball games, she wants her effort on the defensive end to speak loudly about how good she is there. And so, to your second point, when you play as hard as she does every possession on the defensive end, there's almost no way to play, 35, 40 minutes a game. You're probably not playing as hard as you can if you can play that many minutes and still be really successful. But, she deserves a lot of credit, even with the transition into coming off of the bench. It hasn't diminished her fire and her passion for being great on the defensive end. And, I think we've been better since that change has happened, and Brittany deserves a lot of credit for it.
Time for 2 more with Coach. We'll go to Chris Camelo with Nightcast.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good, Chris. How are you?
Doing well. Impressive win tonight. Obviously now you guys got to kind of navigate through some tough waters with both NECA and potentially Shanae out for a while. So what are you looking to see in this group of 8 or 9 over the next 4 to 6 weeks? What do you want to see night in and night out?
Yeah, I think, for us, it's continuing to build, the right habits as a basketball team, to continue to be committed to one another. And playing for one another and not for yourself. That's something that's going to be really important, as we navigate this situation. There's not as many, teammates to rely on, right? The margin for error is smaller. So the accountability and being able to look each other in the eye and know that your teammate's going to do the right things, make the right decisions, share the basketball offensively, communicate and talk on the defensive end. Like all of those things have to be elite in order for us to just have a chance to win while we're shorthanded. Sometimes, in the past, we've gotten away with winning because we've been so talented that we just can win games. And, this year, as we've turned our roster over, we're not the most talented team maybe in the league, but our effort, our intent, our purpose, every possession, can be great. So those are the things that we want to see from this group. We don't want to really get caught up in what the numbers necessarily say or the wins and losses per se. Like if we're doing the right things, we'll have the right winning percentage. And if we're not, we won't. But there are no excuses. That's the other thing that we want to see from this group. There's no feeling sorry for ourselves. There's no consolation prizes just because somebody is injured. This is professional basketball. So it's the next woman up. That's cliche, but that's the reality of it. And we have to continue to find ways to have a chance to win.
Last question for Coach. We'll go to John W. Davis, Winsider.
Everybody seemed to play with an aggression, especially Christy Tolliver in her own way and Taya Cooper in her own way. How do you help them going forward keep that aggression game after game?
Yeah, I mean, I think like we mentioned a little earlier, John. I think the reality that, you know, there are no reinforcements or, other people that can just go out there and do it. Like you have to do it now. You can't make an excuse that there's not opportunity there. There aren't situations where you can go out there and be successful. Those opportunities are there. Those minutes are there. And I think for elite athletes like these ladies are, it raises the appropriate amount of pressure. The term good trouble. There's such thing as good pressure. And so I think for Christy and for Taya and a lot of our players, Bria, they felt that good pressure tonight, that my team needs me. And from what I remember from my playing experiences, like when you feel like your team needs you to perform well, those are some of the best things to feel as a player and a member of a team. So everybody's not going to play lights out every night, but I do think that there's going to be some good pressure here over the next few weeks that's going to raise everybody's level up, and that's good for us.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, questions for Christy Tolliver. Please use the raise hand function. We'll start with Megan Hines with the Swab Report.
Hi, Christy. Great performance tonight. I just wanted to ask, just about your performance and just the 3-point shot, you were very comfortable from the 3-point line tonight. Just talk about that production and you guys' outside shots tonight.
I mean, I think I'm just finding my form. This is, something I certainly expect out of myself as far as shooting the basketball. Obviously, it always feels good when you get to see the ball go in the basket. But coaches and teammates today specifically were really encouraging me to be aggressive offensively, and that definitely fueled me. So it felt good to get going and to also watch everybody else get going as well.
Brady Klopper with SB Nation.
Christy, how much do you feel like it helped that you were kind of forced to play small this game, and it seemed like so much of the game was just you and Erica and Taya running high pick and rolls with Amanda? How much did that help you personally have the night that you had?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you have, a heavy guard lineup, naturally spacing is created. And we knew, obviously, given the circumstance of missing, Nneka and Shanae, we were going to have to be a little smaller, but we can also expose people that way as well. So, when the floor is spread out and there are a lot of gaps, we have a lot of great shooters, a lot of great slashers, and great playmakers. So it just puts, all of us in positions to be really solid offensive threats, and it worked out for us.
Avi with H&B Media.
Hey, Chrissy, you spoke about missing Nneka and Shanae. How much do you think? How does that empower the others? Obviously you only had 8 players today. It seemed like everybody was really, really empowered, and there was no looking over your shoulder. Can you kind of speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we wish they were with us right now, but that's life, and we understand that there are no excuses, and we were all looking forward to the challenge. This is something we're going to have to continue to do for a while. So, that's what's kind of great about this team is as we're kind of forming and creating our identity, that's being cultivated right now is with injuries and just showing that the depth that we have, the resilience that we have, it's showing. And so obviously this is one game we have to continue to build and put things together, but it was great to see us respond today.
2 more for Christy. We'll go to Chris Camelo.
Hey, Chrissy, tremendous performance tonight. I wanted to talk about, you spoke about the Ogumuke's not being here for, potentially an extended period of time. What do you specifically want to see from this group of 8 or 9 over the next, 4 to 6 weeks?
We just want to continue to compete at a high level, continue to defend at a high level. That's certainly a staple and a pillar in our identity. And then offensively, continue to play unselfishly and take what the defense gives us. I think we're going to be able to do certain things with different lineups, with who we have out there, being smaller, continuing to play faster, continuing to keep a good pace. We were able to do that tonight, and that's something that we're going to have to continue to build on. But just overall, just being tough, being resilient, accepting the challenge, just embracing this adversity that we're in and just seeing how we can respond to it. I think that's the biggest thing in this moment, and something that, I continue to look forward to in these next weeks, however long it is, just seeing how we respond when we're not in our comfort zone.
Last one, we'll go to John.
Christy, how do you think you did tonight? Last time we talked about, that voice in your head that tells you, like, sometimes I just got to go for it. How do you think you did tonight? You seemed like you were listening to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was definitely trusting my instincts, but again, coaches, teammates, everybody encouraging and kind of poking at me and me really understanding and responding to the situation. And, I embraced it. I'll continue to embrace it. It's fun when you trust your instincts and just be yourself. And that's what I was able to do tonight, certainly, and what I'll hope to continue to build on.
Thanks, Christy.
Just falling, and that's what we want. We have a game Saturday, is another turnaround. So to get this good win going into Saturday, to have us feeling good, I think that's important.
Brady Klopper with SB Nation.
Bria, how good did it feel to have the shooting night that you had and really just such a strong all-around game?
It felt pretty good, me struggling our first couple of games that we had. Just everybody still asking questions about what's wrong with me and what's going on. I was in a slump, it just felt good to actually see the ball go in tonight. That's my goal. And, I know what I'm capable of doing. So I'm going to continue to do it, keep working on what I need to work on, get better each and every game.
Doug Feinberg with the AP.
Hey, Erica, I know you obviously have very strong feelings towards Indiana from your time there. What did it feel to play against them tonight? And do you feel at all sad for them the season they've had so far? Because I'm sure you still have friends there.
Sad? No. My team is LA, so I try to just focus on my team and us getting better every day. I don't worry about outside noise or no other team. Just focus on my team that I'm here with now.
John W. Davis with Winsider.
Hey, this question's for Bria. You seem like you were able to provide some good looks, actually pushing the ball up the court. What were you seeing there? And Erica, what do you think about, you got a little competition for point now? Because, Bria was doing it a couple times, getting that ball up and down.
Yeah, Bria don't want no parts of that point.
No, it's just the confidence, the confidence from our coach and my teammates, get the ball, get the rebound, and push in transition and, look for the open plays, the open shots, the everything, and it's just a confidence builder, it's building my confidence even more, like I said, being here, because, I didn't have that confidence last year at all. So, just being here and getting that confidence, it means a lot.
You did look great at point.
Time for two more. We'll go to Michael Matthew.
Yo, what's up, ladies? So my question for you guys tonight, was the game plan to push the tempo and attack the basket since you guys had the smaller lineup out there today?
Absolutely. I think that's our game plan every night, whether, we're playing against bigger post players or same size. Pushing the ball, I think that's what we're good at because we get out and run. And they definitely create a pace that was amazing tonight. So we always want to push the ball in transition.
Last question for tonight will go to Chris Camelo.
Well, ladies, tremendous performance. Bria, what's so ironic is I wrote a piece about you recently, and it was basically talking about all the impacts you're having on this team beyond just scoring. And now you came out with a huge performance tonight, 14 points off the bench, looking really confident. Was that sort of rewarding your teammates and the coaches for having faith in you and the other things that you were doing beyond scoring and just trying to reward them with a great night as well? I mean, what were your kind of thoughts on that?
Just staying positive through everything. Like I said, I was in a slump, but I knew I would eventually come out of it. And, just like I said, having that confidence from my teammates and staff, it goes a long way. Because like I said, I didn't have that last year. And, having that, it just means a lot. They're keeping me focused, keeping me level-headed. It's always positive talks.
And a couple of players are down. So I think she did a great job of stepping up and, doing what she needed to do. And I think the opportunity came and she did her thing. So proud of you, Bree.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, media. Have a good evening.